Hi everybody, I hope that you're doing well today. We are going to be going over our lecture video in this portion. Here you have your PowerPoint that we're going to be going through together. We're going to be starting off with our agenda today. For our agenda, it states that first we will be going through this mini lesson PowerPoint. We will then read the objectives for the lesson. We will practice the rules of pronunciation together. We will then apply and practice pronouncing 3 terms with guided practice. And then after, you will complete the remainder of lesson 1. These are all in order on the green folder in Schoology. You will be learning and practicing new vocabulary first on Quizlet. You will then practice an interactive activity on Quizlet. You will screenshot and share the results of the activity that you had chosen on Schoology on the assignment page. And then after you are finished with that, you will then complete the first post in discussion forum 1. The objectives for today. The first is to pronounce vocabulary terms correctly in Spanish, to identify vocabulary terms in Spanish and in English to help us with our mini unit on Hispanic Heritage Month, to discuss information related to Hispanic Heritage Month. And again, this is all starting off with our lecture video 1. Wonderful. So to start off, we're going to be going over our rules of pronunciation, and we have the question here, ¿Cómo suenan las letras en español? So how do each of the letters in Spanish sound? On the left-hand side, we have the Spanish letters and the letters here that are made up to create a specific sound. Here on the right-hand side, again, we have the letters here on the left-hand portion of the table, and then how it sounds on the right. Okay, so for the letter A in Spanish, we say A. Repitan A. E in Spanish, we always pronounce it as A. This would be like saying, for example, here, the word en for in, we'd say ein. The letter I, we pronounce this as E. The letter O, we pronounce as O. The letter U, we pronounce as U. Repitan A, E, I, O, U. Muy bien, hagámoslo una vez más. Repitan A, E, I, O, U. Perfecto. Wonderful. So now that we have our vowels down, we're going to go through the G letter. The G can make 2 different sounds depending on which vowel follows it. So if we have a G followed by an A, followed by an O, or followed by a U, the G is going to sound like a hard G. Repitan ga. Go, go. One more time. Repitan A, ga, go, go. Wonderful. So notice here that each of these vowels followed the sounds that we had in our very first table. Now, the next sound that the letter G can make depends on if it is followed by an E or if it is an I, and if that is the case, it is going to sound like an H. Repitan he, he. We're going to do this again. He, he. Wonderful. Now we're going to go through, and to make sure that we understand the difference, we're going to do all of the G pairings with our vowels. Repitan ga, go, gu, he, he. Okay, wonderful. Now, very similar to the letter G, depending on the vowels that the letter C is paired up with, the letter C will make a specific sound. If the C was followed by an A or followed by an O, it will make a K sound. However, if the C is followed by an E or followed by an I, it is going to make a S sound. So, here, we're going to pronounce this. Let's practice. Repitan ka, ko. We're going to try that again. Ka, ko. Wonderful. Now to differentiate, we see again the CE, CI. Repitan. Se, si. One more time. Se, si. Okay, and now we're going to go through and to hear the difference between the 2 different sounds that this letter can make. Repitan ka, ko, se, si. Wonderful. Now, to end, we have some specific consonants that will always follow specific rules. The H is always going to be silent, so anytime you see an H in a term in Spanish, we know that that letter is actually not going to be pronounced. And an example of this is the word hola, spelled H-O-L-A. We do not pronounce it hola, we pronounce it hola. Now with the J in Spanish is always going to sound like our English H, like a h, as in jalapeno. The double L, so whenever we have two letter L's in a word, there are three different ways that this may be pronounced. It will be a y, a j, or a sh. Okay, so we have like saying my name is, for example, me llamo, or me llamo. And then we have an N with a fancy little squiggle over the top of it. Anytime we see this, we know that it's not going to be a N sound, but a Ñ sound that the word will make. And an example of this is with the term Spanish. In Spanish, español. Notice here, where again we're pronouncing this as español and not español. And the last rule of pronunciation is our letter Y, very similar to the double letter L. We have three different ways that this may be pronounced, as a y, a j, or a sh. The only difference is that whenever we use the letter Y to say and, we will pronounce it instead as E. Okay. Y ahora vamos a practicar. Tienes que pronunciar las palabras que sigan, so you're going to be practicing. We're going to do some guide practice here, and you'll pronounce the words that will show up on your screen. Okay, so we have this term that means Hispanic, and to practice the pronunciation, we broke it up. We have Hispano, Hispano, Hispano. The next term is Hispanic heritage. So we have, again, broken up. This is the first word, this is the second one. Heritage, Hispanic. Again, we are going to be flipping these terms in their meaning from English to Spanish. So instead, the direct translation would be heritage Hispanic, but we know that when we're translating this, we have to flip it back. Okay, so the first word, herencia, herencia, herencia. Hispana, hispana. Herencia hispana. Take about 10 seconds and please practice pronouncing this one on your own. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if you had the correct pronunciation. We have Cristóbal Colón. Cristóbal Colón. Cristóbal Colón. Again, this is saying Christopher Columbus. So now that we have gone through and done a few guided practice examples of pronunciation together, what you're going to be doing is you are now going to learn and practice new vocabulary on Quizlet. This is going to be with the next page that follows on Schoology. You'll then practice an interactive activity of your choosing on Quizlet. Again, there are directions in this posting on the next activity that will follow when you press Next in Schoology. You'll then screenshot and share results to activity on the Schoology assignment page. We've gone over how to do this in our Zoom interaction video. Please make sure that you go to the extra resources folder if you need help on how to screenshot and share results. And then the very last thing that you will be doing to finish up this introductory lesson to our unit on Hispanic Heritage Month is to post in discussion forum 1. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.